Good day, folks. John Catch here with the cold hard truth. It has been a long time since I have reported on anything, but today there is big news. News that will not be covered by the mainstream media. The Department of Fisheries and Oceans has launched a second buyback program. The Department of Fisheries, last winter, acknowledged that the first buyback program was a failure. Clearly it failed. Here we are with an industry in turmoil. So what has the DFO done to improve the program this time? Well, we have no idea. This was negotiated behind closed doors away from public eyes. Is the DFO setting the industry up for more problems in future years? I will quote from the communications going out to fishers. Quote, "The Government of Canada is committed to expanding opportunities for Indigenous peoples to participate in rights-based fisheries, including fishing in pursuit of a moderate livelihood." End quote. Firstly, let's be clear. This is not a rights-based fishery. This will be a race-based fishery. Your race will determine your rule book. To my knowledge, race-based rules are racist and they do not work, will not work, and have never worked. Is the commercial fishing industry being set up for future conflict? Race aside, this buyback is for the natives, and includes a moderate livelihood. I want to know what else this buyback includes. More communal? The natives were clear that communal licenses were not acceptable to the interpretation of the Marshall decision. Perhaps they want more food and ceremonial. How will that work? Do they need more? Perhaps the answers can be found in the next quote, which reads, "At this time, funding is available under Fisheries and Oceans Canada Maritimes region for license and or quota relinquishment submissions completed by September 26, 2020. End quote. DFO is currently seeking licenses and or quotas for LFA 34 lobster. Did you get that? They are looking for quotas for lobsters. Right now there are no insured quota-based lobster fisheries. What is DFO planning? Are they looking for a quota-based fishery? It certainly appears so. The words are directly from DFO. It makes sense when quotas are applied to the first statement that I read. The buyback includes a moderate livelihood fishery. Is DFO planning to adopt a quota-based management system? They will give the natives a percentage and then the natives get to divide that quota between communal, ceremonial, and moderate livelihood at their discretion. How else can you run a fishery that has two management bodies? Quotas simplify it for DFO. They can give the natives a quota and say, "You manage it." Will the natives then have full control over trap limits, seasons, and other effort controls? If the natives decide that they will overfish their quota this year, who will lose the quota next year? The natives or the non-natives? So it appears that the government is buying back licenses. For who? We do not know. It could be food, ceremonial, communal, and or moderate livelihood. Who will fish them? Historically, non-natives fished the majority of communal licenses for the band councils. Will there be restrictions on non-natives benefiting from treaty rights as they have in the past? Also, DFO is buying back licenses, but we still do not have a defined moderate livelihood. How is that possible? The lack of definition is why we have this dispute right now. If they do not define a moderate livelihood, then what will be accomplished by the buyback? We will end up in this same position in 10 to 20 years. Who are the native bands negotiating for? This is critical. Are they negotiating for quota so that they can direct the majority of money to the band council? It is clear that natives want the individual right to fish whenever, wherever, with no limits. Will their own band councils be the ones to steal that ability from them with band-imposed regulations? This has all happened behind closed doors. The Canadian public has been left in the dark and DFO has embarked on a buyback program which they acknowledge was a failure the first time. Is it time for DFO to offer transparency to the Canadian people? Industry needs to reject this buyback program and boycott it until they receive an open and transparent plan from the DFO. Otherwise, industry could end up losing a significant portion of the industry to a vertically integrated native-owned clearwater seafoods and still have no resolution to this problem. Use extreme caution with this behind closed doors deal. Thanks for watching. I'm John Catch, and you have been watching The Cold Hard Truth. Till next time.